Howdy, folks. Artful Dodger back here. Just to finish up on my analysis of the E3 showcase. I'm almost done. I missed a couple little tiny things in the last couple videos. The first is I remember seeing a Fallout Shelter video where I guess people were wondering what the level cap is going to be. In Fallout Shelter, it caps out at 50, and they thought that was proof that was the case for Fallout 4. Well, you don't even need to look there, because if you look back over here during this demonstration where they showed this Pip-Boy at the very end, if I can get this over there. Here, I'll show that to you, where this example one that they have up on the big screen.
Any platform on your local Wi-Fi, Xbox One, PS4, PC.
Oh, rewound it too far.
Of course, if you don't get the Pip-Boy edition, it'll obviously still work on your smartphone or tablet. Of course, if you don't get the Pip-Boy edition, Wi-Fi, Xbox One.
Alright, anyways, when I can finally get this video right, you'll see this, the one they have up on the big screen right here. Okay, he's level 48. So, you know, it's at least going to 48, so I would imagine 50. That's what it is in the Fallout Shelter. And I just realized what the whole point of Fallout Shelter was. Fallout Shelter literally is training for Fallout 4. Because if you go look, this is one of the things I missed in the last one. But if you come look over here, under your settlements look like they're going to be just like managing your Fallout Shelter. You'll have, a number of people that can be determined by the number of beds that you have. And that safety rating. I'm guessing that is for, you can't be in every settlement at the same time, so maybe your settlements can get attacked while you're away, and they auto-resolve or something, so maybe that's what that has to do with. But it's just like Fallout Shelter, which I haven't played yet, but I've watched some videos on it, and it's got food, water, and power, just like this does. And so I'm wondering if the mechanics for taking care of your settlement in Fallout, and it's got a happiness rating too, right here, if that's real similar to the Fallout Shelter game. I'm willing to bet that it is. And in fact, I bet you that the back-end mechanics are probably identical, probably use the same code for it. But I think that's what that is. So the two things I want to point out that I missed last time was just that the level 50 cap and this Fallout Shelter. So any of you people out there want to play Fallout 4, if you're not playing Fallout Shelter yet, it might not be a bad idea, because it'll get you ready for that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Just a couple of things I wanted to touch on. Of course, the end of this showcase is, I think, all of our favorites. This soundtrack they got, it's awesome.
Ready to fuck some shit up?
Now, there was just a couple of things I wanted to touch on in this. Oh, and if you've got YouTube, and if you're a Fallout fan, definitely got to do this. You can switch this to a quarter speed, but you'll definitely want to watch this whole action sequence in the quarter speed. Oh, there's something I wanted to show here. Let me see here. I think it's coming up right here. Yeah, right here. They got the levels now. This is pointed out in another video, but I would imagine this is the enemy's defenses here. He's got 16 damage threshold for physical damage, 23 for energy. So obviously it's better to use a physical damage weapon on this guy. And I'm not sure how the levels play into it, but you know, if I had to guess, I would say if you were a level 4, then there probably wouldn't be any extra calculations to your battle here. But if you're probably less, then you know that makes you a little bit less. You know, makes it harder to hurt him. And you know, if you're a higher level, then it makes it easier, like most games. Just if I had to guess on that. Let me try and remember what else I wanted to point out here. Oh, this part too. I thought it was interesting. I didn't see anyone really mention this, but this is a ghoul and your dog's taking him down. But he's missing an arm. And so I think that's pretty cool now if these things are like, you know, you can blow off their legs and arms and they still come crawling at you like zombies. That, I think that is cool. You know, if they add that mechanic to the ghouls, you know, I don't think it would be realistic for, you know, raiders to come after you missing limbs, but this kind of goes along with it. And this also kind of takes away from the human aspect of the ghouls too, actually, now that I think about it. They never really depicted the ghouls in an unhuman way like this. In fact, most of the time they were always trying to fight to humanize them, you know, because they are basically human, but they just live longer and look like zombies. But this guy's missing an arm. It's laying right here, so I guess you can, you know, you can remove their body parts and they're still kicking. So I'm kind of interested to see how that mechanic works. That's a new mechanic to Fallout to do that, so that's kind of neat. You know, and then you have the enemies coming out of the ground, retreating into the ground. I know there was a couple of things I wanted to point out. You can see the dog wearing a scarf, so I guess you can put clothes on him, which is kind of neat. Right there, he's wearing a red scarf, so that's kind of neat. Oh, the power armor. People were asking about the mechanics of this power armor and how this time it's really the way it's supposed to be. It's like you're driving a mech almost. You saw me put a power core in the middle of the back of that thing. If you look in here, it says core. Now, it always says 11. I don't know if that means he has 11 cores or what, but it's 11 in the other scene too. But you can see here, it seems like a power meter, and it just slowly goes down. And I guess, you know, once you run out of power, either you got to put a new core in or get it recharged somewhere or something. But it is a, you know, like a vehicle that has a limited power, so you can only use it for so long, and then it becomes immobile, I would think. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But again, I think that covers everything that I have to talk about in here. But yeah, for all you Fallout fans, definitely go back and watch this last little you know, montage, whatever, with the music, and watch it in quarter speed, and you can get a much better look at all the stuff going on. And there's a lot you miss because those scenes are flipping so fast. But when you slow it down, there's a whole lot more to take in. So I hope I covered all the stuff that I saw the other videos missed, and I'm really looking forward to Fallout. So thanks for watching. This is my in-depth analysis, the very end. I think it's part 3 of the E3 Bethesda showcase. I know there's a couple other little news clips. There's a channel around somewhere that does a really good job of following all the latest news on this, but I can't remember what the name of it is. But hopefully we'll get some more teasers and get to know a little bit more about what's coming out. This is going to be game of the decade probably. So thanks again for watching. It's Artful Dodger, and I'm out of here.